AJ Styles, if he wants that match, he can have it. But the world title is not on the line. Kenny Omega challenges Pete Dunne for the United States title. Well, what a chance that is for the women's division. Kairi Sane automatically qualifying for a battle royal. Kenny Omega, Pete Dunne for the United States Championship, because the ace is back. High fly flow. Hopping over the barricade with a steel chair. No way. Andrade Silvas. Andrade assaulting the ace. Hello everyone and welcome to Monday Night Raw. What an evening we're in for here tonight. What a main event we're going to get here tonight. We're in Albany, New York. We're continuing the loop of the Big Apple here from the Times Union Center. It's going to be a big evening for us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up later on this evening, Zelina Vega will explain the actions of Andrade Cien Almas last week on Monday Night Raw. But before I can even get to explaining the main event, I have been told that an impatient man is on his way out. He's not gonna wait to respond. He's gonna do it right about now. AJ Styles in the building to kick us off on Monday Night Raw. Just how Roman Reigns kicked us off last week on Raw. Styles coming towards the ring. He said he was going to respond, and respond he shall. So let's see what he'll have to say. We saw the recap version of Reigns last week saying to Styles, you can have that match against me. We said if there were problems after Survivor Series, we could settle them. But that match, it ain't going to be for the title. Forget about it. What a reaction here tonight for AJ Styles in Albany. Times Union Center on their feet for the phenomenal one who has made one hell of a statement since arriving to Monday Night Raw and has become a fan favorite in just a few weeks. AJ Styles. What are we going to be hearing from him here tonight as we await rather, to hear the response of AJ Styles to Roman Reigns. Reigns not in the building here this evening. He's back home. But I imagine he's watching, as you all are, to hear what Styles has to say. The trash talking continues. Styles opening his mouth. Don't give him the idea of Monday Night Roman. But he's got a response to the offer of the fight. My, oh my! What a bout we're in for! Styles Reigns next week on Raw. If Styles wins, he gets a shot at Roman Reigns. A Hell in a Cell! Well, that's already next week's main event made, ladies and gentlemen. But as for tonight's main event, it's gonna be just as big. Kenny Omega and Pete Dunne will collide with a Bruiserweight United States Championship up for grabs. Now, Monday Night Raw can begin. And what a bang it began with. This show, talk about hitting the ground running. It has been sprinting full force ever since Survivor Series. What a win for us all. Styles and Reigns next week. What a chance that is for Styles. And what a chance it is for the two women in action here tonight. It's Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae to get us underway with the in-ring action on Monday Night Raw. We saw last week the announcement by the Stinger that there will be a battle royal between a certain number of women. He didn't really allude to how many, 5, 6, who knows, for the right to face Tessa Blanchard for the Raw Women's Championship at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Kairi Sane, the first to qualify, having defeated Ember Moon. Tonight it's going to be Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae and Bayley versus Io Shirai for the right to add themselves to the Battle Royal. So here comes Candice LeRae out this evening. So let's see what these two women can do. Pretty good reception to them both from the crowd here tonight. I was on their feet. They was rocking all night long last week for Monday Night Raw down in Tampa, but up here in New York, where we've had now our third show in a row. We were in the Nassau Coliseum for ECW. Before that, it was Rochester for SmackDown. This New York loop is going well, and if it's given us the great shows we've had so far, Monday Night Raw looks like it's going to follow the same. And from what we've seen so far, I think it's certainly living up to that namesake. So here we go. Dakota Kai, Candice LeRae to kick us off on Monday Night Raw. Who will join? Kairi Sane in that Battle Royal to challenge for Tessa Blanchard's title. Is there even going to be a member of Trifecta in these matches? I think it's an interesting question to ask, and I think it's one that maybe we do deserve an answer to. Is Tessa Blanchard willing to let Jazzy Gabert or Rhea Ripley, maybe more importantly, have a potential opportunity to go into a Battle Royal, to win it, and to become the #1 contender to her title? It's an important question to ask, and one that I think should have an answer to it. So here we go anyway. Contest is underway between these two women. As I said, Bayley and Bayley and Io Shirai to come our way here tonight. Alexa Bliss, I would imagine, is going to be in next week's qualifying matchup, what I assume would be the final week of qualifiers, given that the Battle Royal is just in 2 weeks' time. Nice kicks there from Dakota Kai as she goes into a cover here on Candice LeRae. Both women with great respect for one another. They realize they're going to have to put it all out here tonight for the victory. Candice LeRae's only had one match on Raw since her arrival. Called up by Monday Night Raw after NXT came to its end in the last series. Look out here, Candice LeRae. Tilt-a-whirl! DDT, round and round she went. And into the mat went Dakota Kai's head. Cover made. Kick out of 2. Wasn't the most emphatic kick out though. Had to really force that shoulder up there. To the best of her abilities, Candice LeRae, top rope. Dakota Kai caught her out of the air though, and slams her into the mat. Great work there from Kai, as her and her dangerous kicks will lead the way of her offense. Double stomp into the gut of Candice LeRae. Looks to follow it up with a kick, but it's caught. Dragon screw leg whip there. And look out, sidewalk slam now by Candice LeRae. Plenty to digest here this evening on Raw. To come our way, as he previously spoke about. Zelina Vega will discuss the actions of Andrade Cien Almas in last week's main event. We've got an interview with Cassius Ohno coming up for you later on this evening. World Tag Team Champions are in the building. Samoa Joe is here this evening as well. And, of course, that fantastic main event to come our way as Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae right now. Spill to the outside here. Kai with LeRae up on his shoulders. What's she got in mind? Oh! Snake eyes her into the apron. Nasty landing made there by LeRae as she went head first into one of the hardest parts of the ring. Okay, top rope now. Dakota Kai waiting up there. Turnabout is fair play though. Candice LeRae caught her out of midair onto the shoulders. Samoan drop, incredible strength from Mrs. Gargano. Top rope now. Goes LERAE, splashes down on Dakota Kai. Cover is made to join the Battle Royal. Oh! Not quite indeed, and look at that, Kai up to her feet, pretty sharpish as well. She can continue the fight on. Candice, however. Look out here. Into a gory position. Gory bomb! Candice LERAE nailed every last inch of that. Dakota Kai in trouble now, sent it to the corner, flying forearm, but no one's home on that one for Candice LERAE. Running bulldog now by Dakota Kai, takes her down. Back and forth these two women are going. Real hard fought match to get us going here on Monday Night Raw. Oh, Uranagi backbreaker now from Dakota Kai. Look out now, she has the legs. Looks like maybe some kind of cloverleaf. Oh, angled cloverleaf there. High angle cloverleaf on Candice LERAE. Knee dug into the back, but she will not tap out here. Instead, she will break free and kick Dakota Kai away. Double axe handle into the chest there. Massive poison rana followed up as well. Candice LERAE certainly looking like she's fired up right now. Got out of that cloverleaf and now turning things around for her own sake. Punch in the gut again. Leg drop follows up after it. LERAE now. Oh, face buster. Knee into the face. Knee drilled her in the face. Cover's made. Oh, Dakota Kai with the short wrap at about 2.5. Thought she had it. Candice thought she had Kai done and dusted for, but it wasn't the case. Code red now. And will she go to the top rope again? Yes, she will. Candice looking to finish her off the best that she can. Ahead of Mrs. Gargano escape. But the moonsault came up with a whiff. Dakota Kai with the knees up in time. Look out. Power bomb from Kai now. Man, these women, they're putting it all on the line to start us off here on Monday Night Raw. If this is just how things are going to start, what else is to come our way this evening? Up and over there goes Candice LERAE. This is either of these women's match for the taking. It's a shame that one of them has to lose. Rolls her through. PK! Oh, wait a minute. The intelligence there, though, of Candice LERAE. Dakota Kai was looking for the chiropractor. LERAE rolled out of the ring, but couldn't roll out of safety for much longer. She got blasted with that double axe handle, but she fights right back here. And oh, shoulder charging. Or shoulder tackling, rather, Dakota Kai into the LED board. Back in the ring we go now. Splash down onto Dakota Kai. And now could Candice LERAE look to set things up for the Gargano escape. Neck breaker made, and Kai rolls out of the ring. She wasn't falling foul of the same issues. Look out, it's LERAE on the apron. Double axe handle of her own, but she took too long. Kai moved out of the way, she had it scouted. Dumped on the barricade now. Big boot across the head. Candice got rocked by it, and she might be out of it as well. Kai bringing her up to her feet. The kick is in the gut. The chiropractor connects. The leg is hooked. Dakota Kai is in the Battle Royal. What a back and forth fight to get us going on this edition of Monday Night Raw. Kai and LERAE gave it everything they had, but it's Dakota Kai going to the Battle Royal. Right now, folks, we are going to take you backstage because it is time here this evening to understand what happened last week, and none other than Zelina Vega will explain the actions of Andrade Cien más. Certainly some strong affirmative language there used by Zelina Vega to get the point across. Can't say I really agree with what she's saying, but if it means we're going to get Andrade and Tanahashi at the end of it, then I suppose you can sign me up for it, because that does sound like quite a damn good match for us to enjoy. The Ace is a man of honor, though. And I wonder what his response and what his reaction might be, not only, of course, to last week, but to what Zelina Vega just said to the Ace. Well, we move on here, ladies and gentlemen. Singles action coming up for you next. It's going to be Show with Roppongi 3K taking on one half of the World Tag Team Champions. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the easiest side of the stick, quote-unquote, because he's going to have to go one-on-one in that ring against Lars Sullivan. He looks ready for the fight here tonight, does Show. Yo at ringside with him. Roppongi 3K arrived to Monday Night Raw, had a little bit of a good start for them, but it's seemingly very quickly petered out for them in what is a stacked tag team division. But if you had to ask me, it might be a tag team division that maybe needs a little more depth as well. And we are missing a tag team, of course, in CCK currently, of course. Chris Brooks out with an injury. But then you look at the upper echelon of this division, and it's going to be hard for teams like Roppongi 3K and CCK to break in when you've got a duo like Supremacy, when you've got the Authors of Pain, and when you've got, in my opinion, the team that should undoubtedly and undeniably be facing the World Tag Team Champions for the titles at Hell in a Cell. You've got War Machine. To me, for as good as AOP have been on their little resurgence as of late, I don't even know if Supremacy are on the same level as War Machine anymore. There is something about the fire within War Machine that in many ways can't be not justified, but can't be explained, can't be taken out of any equation either. War Machine are out for a fight, and I think they are definitely out to be World Tag Team Champions. Sullivan and Benjamin are definitely going to have to try and put a stop to that one. Second reign as World Tag Team Champions, of course, for the group known as Supremacy. Lars Sullivan, Shelton Benjamin at the helm. And when he feels like it, Brock Lesnar might accompany himself with them, but this is Brock Lesnar we're talking about. So here we go, showing some great fire already as he wants to lock himself up with Lars Sullivan here, but immediately the two-time United States champion making him regret it. Sullivan been on Raw now for coming up to 2 years and has won 4 titles in that time. 2 US title reigns and 2 World Tag Team title reigns as well for the Freak. W3K still looking for their first piece of gold. I'm in the face there by Show. Let's see what he can do here. He may well be smaller, but he is pound for pound an incredibly tough guy. And he just proved it. Knocked Lars Sullivan right off his feet. I couldn't do it. Most of you couldn't do it, so you got to appreciate, you got to respect Show for being able to pull that one off. So here we go in the turnbuckle, now we go. Clothesline again from Show, and again Sullivan comes off his feet. Early on, Show is displaying some incredible fight here. Big elbow, oh. Big evasion at the last moment though, made by Lars Sullivan, and look at this now. Shoulder grip being applied, taking the fight, wearing the body out of Show here. He just collapsed from the effect of it. He felt that one. Lars Sullivan continuing the punishment. Show, though, able to continue the counters. Look at Show go now. Big chop in the chest. Forearms and chops from Show. He wants to beat one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And not just one half, but the bigger half as well. Here we go. Oh, no, I think he might be playing another drop kick. Atomic drop instead. Not only can he drop him with the clothesline, he can lift him in the air. Misses with the drop kick that time, though. Sullivan now. Knee in the ribs. Twisting slam. And the Freak is going to work. When he starts to dismantle his opponents, you are in for some trouble. But Show will just keep on fighting. Forearm in the face. Sullivan seemed to almost shrug it off in many ways. He didn't feel as affected by that one as he did earlier on. Moves out of the way of the attempted clothesline in the corner. Gorilla press slam. Oh my goodness! Looking like an iron claw slam from Sullivan. Show gets the shoulder up, but only barely. It was not in fact a kick out from Show. Sullivan, second rope. Look out! Splashing down on Show while the internal organs must be writhing in agony. Oh, from behind now, it is all Lars Sullivan here. Nelson slam, look at that though. Show up to his feet. Unprettier maybe, no. Oh, great counter. Looked like he was in trouble and got out of it at the last possible moment. Show turned down into a bulldog. Drop kick, Sullivan not coming off his feet though. That clothesline, Sullivan doesn't fall either. Leaping DDT and he will. Show's fight continues on the apron now. Springboard DDT back into the ring. He got all of it. And he'll hook the leg of Lars Sullivan. Has he beat the Freak tonight? Oh. It would have been huge. The talk would have been forgotten about War Machine. It would have been about Roppongi 3K as a massive thrust kick is nailed. Oh, look out for Show. No, he turns it into another DDT. And he sees Sullivan lined up, almost pitched perfectly. Show to the top rope. Oh, but again, no one's home on that elbow drop. Last minute evasion from Sullivan, and again, just how he did when he moved out of the way the first time. Grips onto the shoulders and takes all of the fight and energy out from Show. Show is really giving us a fight here though, ladies and gentlemen. You have to give credit to him. He ain't backing down. But Sullivan is gonna make him cave in. Look out. Oh, look out. Oh, this is not where you want to be at all. Diving headbutt from Sullivan. And if there was any fight left in Show, it is about to be taken out of him. Incoming Freak accident. That'll do it. Show gave it his best shot. He gave Sullivan a hard fight. He tried to go the length, he tried to go the distance, but in the end, like so many before, they fall to Lars Sullivan. A victory here tonight for one half of the World Tag Team Champions. The question really has to be asked though, are we delaying the inevitable? Is Sting delaying the inevitable by not giving us the match that I think should take place? In my opinion, there's only one team in line, and that's War Machine for Supremacy's Tag Team Gold. As Sullivan celebrates his victory, folks, coming up for you next, we have an interview conducted later on in the day, backstage, with Cassius Ohno. Thank you for taking the time, Cassius, to answer a few questions. I just wanted to ask, regarding you and Jeff Hardy, what made you make that decision to help him? Now, I have to ask, of course, about Brock Lesnar. What will happen if you or Jeff Hardy cross paths with the Beast again? Finally, I wanted to ask, since it seems set that you guys want to go ahead as a team, has there been any talk of maybe a name for you two guys? Certainly seems as if Cassius Ohno is nothing but kind-spirited towards Jeff Hardy. Gotta appreciate it. It's nice to see in today's age of what seems to be a lot of betrayals and underhanded tactics. Hopefully the duo that will now go by the name Team Hard No, I see where Jeff Hardy got that name from, will garner some success for them, shall we say. Well, we move on here, ladies and gentlemen, to our second Women's Battle Royal qualifier of the evening. Alluded to it earlier on. It is going to be Bayley against the Genius of the Sky, Io Shirai, for that third spot in the Women's Battle Royal. Of course, Dakota Kai qualified earlier on in the evening. Kairi Sane qualified last week. And I wonder, however many spots are left. Is it one? Is it two? Is it three? I feel as if it's two or more, there has to be a member of Trifecta, right? Ripley, Gabbert, one of those two, there has to be. And I wonder, is that what Blanchard wants? Or is she going to maybe try and sweet talk the Stinger into potentially, you know, dipping things down, shall we say, and making sure that that isn't the case? Well, we'll see about that one, but nevertheless, here she comes towards the ring, the penultimate NXT Women's Champion, the Genius of the Sky. Io Shirai made her debut in the first episode of the new series, defeating Alexa Bliss on that evening. And I alluded on that evening as well about Io Shirai, about, you know, how she was in many ways not the Trifecta killer, but the beater. Certain over on NXT, she was one who beat Tessa Blanchard to win the NXT Women's Championship, and she beat Rhea Ripley at TakeOver Chicago, which, as I alluded to a little while back, was one of the last times I can think of Rhea Ripley being beaten. So that really says a lot about the talent that is Io Shirai. And that's why my money is on her here tonight over Bayley. No offense to Bayley, but she has been in and out of form. It's been shaky, it's been rocky, it's not been the form that Bayley would have wanted. And while this crowd is really cheering her on, in my opinion, is a bit of an uphill stretch for Bayley to defeat Io Shirai here tonight. But I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong again right now. We'll see. Here we go. Collar tie between the two women. Shirai has the arm of Bayley here. Bayley will counter out of it, though, and get into a quick Fujiwara arm position on Io Shirai, who will flip her way out. Nicely done there. Stalemate between the two. Looked like a punch maybe attempted by Io Shirai. Counter made by Bayley, and we go back into another collar tie up here. Got by Bayley once again, wearing her down. Oh, Shirai transition side headlock. Some good collar tie-up wrestling to get us going here. Bayley pushes her off the rope. Shirai, though, putting the brakes on and able to stop herself from going into the path of Bayley there. That's a good counter. Forearms now. Oh, throat chop there from Io Shirai as well. Here she goes now. Flapjack. Nothing fancy, but it didn't need to be as she nails another throat chop there, and that one took Bayley right off of her feet. Forearm shot. Oh, Bayley staying up on her feet, giving up her back though. Counter made by Bayley. German suplex on Shirai. Beautiful bridge. Will it be victory? No, only a count of one. Oh, big elbow on the back though. Nice one connected with as well. Kicking the gut there though by Io Shirai. Look out. Arm drag there. Nailed her with it. Has the leg. Might be looking for a submission hold. Bayley kicking her away. So you can feel the same kind of intensity and fast-paced action that we got from Kai and Candice earlier on in the evening. Maybe now there's even more eyes on it, given the fact that, of course, Dakota Kai is going to that Battle Royal in 2 weeks' time. Bayley with a monkey flip there. Now will it lead into whatever she has planned next? Guillotine. Guillotine from Bayley. Trying to make Io Shirai tap out. Oh, but Shirai leaning her body forward to reach to the ropes there. Nice tactic from Io Shirai, and it panned out just the way she wanted it to. Top rope now. Bayley lingering up there. Oh, went for a superfly splash, but there was no one home. And Shirai comes in hot with another big throat chop. Boot in the gut now. Oh! Double knees right in the chest. Cover made by Shirai to move her on to the Battle Royal. Not quite. It's a kick out of two. Both women to their feet. The counter made though by Bayley right there and then. Up and over she goes here. Shirai in trouble on the apron. Right hand. No. Shirai denies it. She'll pull herself up to the top rope, but she took a second too long. And Bayley throws her right off the top as a result of it. Another German suplex coming in from the hugger. Forearm. Forearm again. Wow. Some heavy hits coming in from Bayley in this one. Not a usual part of her. Rockbench Poison Rana. And Shirai this time on the apron. And again, she comes back. And it seems as if she was studying the playbook of Tanahashi last week to hit that springboard drop kick. Cover made. Is Bayley done for? No. Counter made there by Bayley. This match is really swings and roundabouts right now. Shirai being tested on Raw. Bayley trying to turn around her shaky form with a big win here this evening. Can she make it happen though? Look out. Double underhook. Backbreaker comes in from the genius of the sky there. Shirai might just be looking to soften up the core of Bayley to make sure that she's in a position where she can't move, where she can't really fight her way out. And then Shirai can nail that moonsault with a trip up to the top rope. Nice basement drop kick there as well. Using the turnbuckle as leverage. Kicking the gut. It is counted. Bayley. Oh, double axe handle takes her down. Good work there from Bayley catching the boot. Another German suplex from Bayley there. And Shirai rolling out of the ring. Trying to roll out of harm's way. Bayley eyeing her up, however. Shirai had it scouted. Oh, but Bayley had it scouted in turn. These two women back and forth they go. Bayley rushes back in the ring now. Sees Shirai in the middle of the ring. Sees maybe an advantage to be taken. Boston Crab from Bayley. Shirai looking like she might try and crawl to the ropes here. Is she going to be able to make it to them? No, she'll break her way out of it, in fact. And Shirai will go right up to the moon, to the top rope. Oh, but Bayley getting up to her feet before a moonsault attempt might be in store. But a missile dropkick attempt is in store and it nails flush. Bayley rolling to the outside here. Well, to the apron, rather. She counters Shirai. Sunset flip back in the ring. Bayley looking to put away Shirai, but it's not to be the case. It's only the count of one. Bayley in from behind. Back suplex maybe. Oh, Shirai flips her way out of it. In the corner we go now. Back elbow there from Shirai. And again, that basement dropkick will come in. That elevated basement dropkick from Shirai. Swings and roundabouts this match is. And Shirai going to look to try and make Bayley tap out. Koji clutch. Koji clutch is locked in here. Bayley's locked in it deep. She may have to tap out. She's trying to reach over to the ropes, but she can't make them. And no, she'll break her way out. Nicely done. That elbow looked like it hit hard as well because Shirai wasn't really moving after it. And she might not be moving that much after this as well. Bayley in! Bayley to belly! She'll hook the leg! Is it a huge win? Oh, are you kidding me? Maybe she didn't get enough on it. Maybe she hadn't hurt Shirai enough. Maybe that's just that fighting resiliency within the genius of the sky. But Shirai kicks at it too. Hurricanrana. Bayley rolling to the outside. This time, Shirai might not allow it to be safe. Look out, Shirai! That is why she's known as the genius of the sky. What a risk! And it panned out to perfection. Back in the ring, we're gonna go here with Shirai in control of Bayley. In the corner, not a place you want to be. Shirai eyeing her up. Meteora! Double knees came in. Shirai hit her flush. Top rope she goes. Moonsault connected from Shirai. And Shirai has moved on to the Battle Royal. She has beaten Trifecta and Tessa Blanchard once before. Can the genius of the sky do it again? She's one step of the way there. Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, and Kairi Sane, the members of the Battle Royal so far. Well, some interesting news breaking for us on Twitter. Raw General Manager Sting tweeting that next week's matchups for the Women's Battle Royal have been made. It'll be Alexa Bliss versus Jordan Grace and Lacey Evans to take on a new member of the Raw Women's roster. That one should be interesting to find out. And also on Twitter, The Miz has been piping up during the week, complaining about the United States Championship matchup here this evening, saying that even though he's already in his eyes getting screwed by Monday Night Raw, he will be watching closely to see who will be keeping his United States Championship warm heading into Hell in a Cell. That match certainly going to be a big one, and Miz's eyes are all over it. Well, plenty to think about and digest there from what we've just seen regarding the Twitterverse. But as for right now, folks, we are going to move on. Johnny Kickpads is back in action. I don't think he's going to be enjoying this one either, though. Good to see him again. It's Samoa Joe. Heading towards the ring, and listen to that. The Joe chants echoing around the arena. That is a good one. Always like to hear it as Samoa Joe makes his way out here. You know what's coming his way. Johnny Kickpads is in for I was about to say an evening. It's probably going to be about a minute of death and destruction. And a little paycheck to come his way. Maybe Samoa Joe will go nice on him. Maybe he won't. Joe, though, made his way over after No Mercy, I believe it was. So a few months back now. And he's still looking for that big opportunity here on Monday Night Raw to really break out, to break through. And this destruction of poor Johnny Kickpads could be the assistance he needs in order to get his name out there a little bit. So there we go, the bell rings, and he's already kicked his face through his face there. It's a nice little moment to relax in a way ahead of our incredible main event that's to come up next. I'm sure it'll be just that, as Samoa Joe right now is about to tear apart this poor kid. Look out here, crossface locked in. Oh, it's around the throat as well. He may have to tap out here. Oh no, he'll let him go. Joe has worse punishments than that lined up for him, it would seem. From behind. Oh! Saito suplex, and a nasty one at that. I wouldn't roll it to the outside there, man. You are just delaying the inevitable, and you're making things worse. Well, Samoa Joe wanted to beat up someone tonight, and it seems as if Sting certainly gave him that wish. So here we go. It's over. Tap out or pass out. Kakina clutches locked in. Johnny Kickpads is in huge trouble, and he's going to waste no time in making the right choice and tapping out. Samoa Joe, your winner. That may have been quicker than last week's match, but there's a little more money in that kid's pocket now. Samoa Joe wins it. And if anyone wants to cross the path of this man, feel free to do so. He'll happily take you on. Ooh, hang on a minute though, Joe. All right, what's he got to say? Well, that's a bit of an understatement there. Who's he relating this about? Oh my God. Samoa Joe, really, not like most men, shows no fear in his eyes. He's just called out the Fiend. And he's about to get his response. No Fiend in sight, but if Samoa Joe wanted a fight, if the Fiend wanted a feast, they've got one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with our main event just around the corner, it's time to hype up next week's edition of Monday Night Raw just a little bit more. Coming up for you, next week, Shinsuke Nakamura will go one-on-one against Kyle O'Reilly. And as if that match wasn't great enough, we saw it announced earlier on in the evening. AJ Styles to face the World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. If Styles wins, he gets Reigns for the title at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. But here we go, folks. We've waited all evening for it, and it is time The United States Championship is on the line. Up next, Kenny Omega challenges the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Here we go. It's been a great evening. And it's about to get even better. This is going to be an awesome match in every sense of the word, and I simply cannot wait for it. Kenny Omega got impatient with waiting. And now it is time for the singles match that both men have waited for so long. For the match that we wanted for so long. The United States title is on the line. And here comes the challenger. Kenny Omega making his way out. For a while it seemed as if his challenges were falling on deaf ears. That Pete Dunne wasn't picking up what he was saying, that he wasn't listening to him, or that his mind was set elsewhere. Kenny Omega's impatience reached a peak last week as we saw. He beat Travis Banks, he took the mic into his hand, and he called out Pete Dunne for the United States title, no less. I didn't expect a response from Dunne, maybe for another 2 weeks. No, the same evening, Dunne responded. He accepted, and he said, we'll do it next week. And here we are tonight between these two world-class athletes with the United States Championship on the line, with the best Bout Machine, the two-time King of the Ring winner, looking to win the United States title and looking to take it away from the longest reigning United States champion, no less. And here he will arrive. The Bruiserweight is in the building. The fight is about to break out. Miz may have already had his piece to say on the matter earlier on Twitter, but he ain't here anymore. It ain't about the Miz right now. His day will come, as he said. His fight will come at Hell in a Cell. But right now, the fight is about Pete Dunne and Kenny Omega. It's about the United States title, and it's about these two fantastic athletes finally locking horns once again. Dunne has been United States champion for over 200 days now, and every day he's spent with that belt, he has made himself a more and more of a big name on Monday Night Raw. And it is time for the Bruiserweight to make this big title matchup here. In front of us all in Albany, this is going to be big. The challenger waits in the corner, almost with bated breath for the match in front of him. Kenny Omega is more than ready. And he's expressing that right now. The champion stares across from him, looks down at him, psyching himself up for what is to come our way for the next, who knows, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Pete Dunne is ready. Albany is ready. The Times Union Center is ready for this contest. We are ready. So let's do it. Kenny Omega, Pete Dunne. The United States title is on the line. The bell rings, and here we go. The anticipation is filling the air, and they lock up. And Dunne will get into a side headlock. Let's not expect a full sprint right from the get-go. Let's not expect to see forearms, finger twists, V-triggers breaking at seconds in. Oh no. This is going to be a battle of attrition. This is going to be a big battle of survival. This is something that both men have wanted. This is something that Omega has wanted for so long. Big snap German suplex, only for one though, and the two-time King of the Ring winner. These guys have wanted this for a long, long time, and they're not exactly going to rush their way through it. They know they can't rush their way through it either. Here we go again, up on the shoulders. Great strength from Pete Dunne. Gorilla press, gutbuster. Cover made. Trying to finish him off already. Early 2 count from the Bruiserweights. Both men up to their feet now. Here we go, kicking the gut there from Omega as he comes up with a thrust kick counter. We can't capitalize. Dunne counters in there. Went for the right hand, didn't get it, but he got that forearm. Pete Dunne looking good in the early goings here. Champ off to a better start than the challenger. Omega's wanted this chance for so long. He certainly will not want to waste it away. Because who knows when another chance at Pete Dunne might come his way, and who knows if it'll even be for the title. Corner kick there from Pete Dunne, but Omega rolls out of the way. Drop kick there, no one home. Oh, Dunne went for a clothesline with no one home. Nice back-to-back counters illustrated from both men there. Omega with a drop down. He may have been planning a high-flying move from the apron to the floor on the outside, but Dunne was just too close for him. Now Omega in the ring. Dunne taking his time. Is he playing possum maybe? Oh, well if he was, Omega was just a little bit too quick for him. Springboard dropkick. Oh, look at these shots now. Raining in. Here we go. Fireman's carry sent on. Pete Dunne, you can't escape. Omega, moonsault. Didn't look like he got it flush though. Dunne up to his feet relatively quickly. Okay, you got about half of Pete Dunne, about half of the ring. And Dunne is one tough son of a bitch as well, so he was able to shrug it off into the back suplex almost right away. Up and over the top rope goes Omega onto the apron. Counters, forearm. Here we go, top rope for Omega. Diving chop down onto the head of Dunne. Kenny Omega, former Intercontinental and ECW television champion, looking to complete the trio of secondary championships here this evening. Massive last ride powerbomb. The cover is made. We got one, we got two, but we don't have a new United States champion. Kenny Omega keeps the ball rolling here. Keeps the offense going. And in the corner now, back elbow with some ferocity in it as well. But look at that, Dunne up to his feet. A British strong style within him. It knows how to take a hit. And it knows how to fight back. That German suplex connects again. And as we've seen so many times here tonight, the pendulum will swing back and forth between these two men because they know, especially in this situation, how vital the win is. A title is on the line as a snap German suplex connects from Dunne, but he can't finish the deal. It's a kick at it too there off of that German suplex. Great bridge on it though. Suplex attempt incoming. Picture perfect vertical suplex there from Pete Dunne. And the Bruiserweight taking a moment to take in some reaction and maybe make a little pose of his own. As Omega crawled to the corner only to get a boot through his chest. Oh, big right hand there from Dunne as he hits a Saito suplex. So far, advantage champion. I have to say, he's looked better. He's had more in-ring control, and he's hitting the heavier moves. Omega just not able to get himself on the same level right now. Look out there! Sit-out bomb, cover. All for a count of one. That may strike a bit within Pete Dunne, but he continues the offense here. Discus forearm takes Omega off his feet now. Here we go. kicked him in the gut, and he gets the arm. Here comes the combination from Pete Dunne, kicking away at you. Oh no. Oh no, he's got one arm in the hammer. He's got one arm in the hammerlock. He bends the palm back. And then double knees into the back. What a combination there from Pete Dunne. And that could even start to be the beginning of the end for the challenger. And what a disappointing performance it would be from Kenny Omega as well if that were the case. He wanted this match for so long. But right now, he cannot hang on the level of the United States champion. Pete Dunne is just going above and beyond right now. And Kenny Omega just has no response for it at all. Discus forearm. There's no one there. Omega evades. Oh, spinning kick. Spinning thrust kick from Omega. And it was fantastic. Kataro Crusher follows up from him as well. Right back in the blink of an eye. Omega hooks the leg for a new United States champion. Not quite. But a strong sign that Omega still has plenty of fire left to go within him. The Dunne wasn't getting close to finishing him off. Forearm. Uh-oh. DDT under the apron. Vicious with it. And nailed all of it. Kenny Omega now with Dunne. Russian leg sweep into the barricade. Making up for some missed moves with some big offense of his own here. On the shoulders. Snake eyes into the steps. The outside. Very much Kenny Omega's friend this evening. But Omega, of course, going to have to remember to get him back in the ring before the count of 10. Title can't change hands out there. We're up to 7 now here, rolling back in. Omega. Oh! Planting him face first. Big knee in the face. Count up to 9, however. Omega rushes back into the ring and saves his skin. Got a huge leaping knee there. Dunne coming up to his feet. Kataro Crusher again. And now, all that I said about Omega a moment ago seems to have faded because he's turned this match around. And he's in the driver's seat. Face buster onto Dunne. He came stumbling out of that turnbuckle. Here's the cover. There's the kick out. Oh, Omega though, he's staying on point. Forearm. Okay, see what we got incoming. Pump handle. Oh! Pump handle neck breaker. Pump handle knee drop, whatever you want to call it. It was devastating. Frog splash, but Dunne with the knees up in time. Oh, these guys are going to that upper level now. They're going to that championship level. These men have had wars in title matches before. Think to that fatal 4-way at No Mercy for both men. Think to the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view for Dunne. Think all the way back to SummerSlam almost 2 years ago for Omega against Seth Rollins. These guys know what it takes to go to the limit in a championship matchup. And I think they are about to reach that limit, to go that extra mile. Boston Crab locked in, but you knew Omega wasn't going to tap out to it. So here we go, up against the ropes now. Kenny Omega takes the legs away. Oh no. Slingshotting him. Wheelbarrowing him throat first into the bottom rope there. Kenny Omega leaving nothing to pass to try and win here this evening. Dunne coming back with the right hand, however. Here we go. Crowd cheering these guys on as well. This is where it becomes a bit of do or die for these guys. How much do you want it? Exploder in the corner. How much do you need it? What's the fortitude within you? It's all going to be tested right now. And Pete Dunne is testing Kenny Omega's first. I've not been keeping track of time, but I know it's been flying by. Kimura lock, Kimura lock. It could be all about to end. Omega nowhere near the ropes. Dunne wrapped around his body. Will he have to tap out here? Omega breaking free. He wants to be United States champion so bad. But does he want it more than Pete Dunne? Turns him round. Kataro Crusher again. for a third time. That leg comes across the back of the head of Pete Dunne. Double axe handle. Oh, put too much emphasis in it. Dunne moved out of the way. X-Plex from Pete Dunne. 1, 2, no! The closest we've come so far to an end of this match. Omega moves out of the way though. These guys, their ability to take the punishment and to dish it out so quickly, it's what puts them on that extra level. It's why they're fighting for the United States title. And it's why The Miz, if he's watching on, should be ever so worried about whoever of these two men he faces for that title at Hell in a Cell, because it ain't gonna be easy. Deadlift, gut-wrench powerbomb from Kenny Omega. So we've seen an X-Plex. Could we see a V-trigger? Could we see the one-winged angel on its way? Here we go. Lining it up, but no one there. Took too long, and Dunne got the counter in. German suplex in response. Dunne able to counter, because if he hadn't countered there, we would be hearing that theme playing once more, and Kenny Omega would be United States champion. Uh-oh. You gotta take the biggest risks. And Dunne will do just that. You gotta take the biggest risks to be champion. And Dunne will do that and then some. Powerbomb, no! Omega counters, sunset flip. This could do it. There's one. There's nothing more. There's the shoulder up right in the nick of time from Pete Dunne at the count of 1 though. Omega in. Powerbomb of your own for good measure. I could watch these guys fight all day and I'd never tire of it. Here goes Omega. Clotheslines, ducks, super kick. He fails the top rope call. He'll go up there again. He gets the splash. Is this leading into a big finishing flurry for Kenny Omega? No, he misses that double axe handle again. Here we go. Bitter end. 1, 2, 3, no. Kenny Omega kicked out of the bitter end. Kenny Omega kicked out of 1, but can he kick out of 2? Can he kick out of 2? He counters. Omega stuffs it. And he's fighting right back. Air raid crash. I thought it was over. I thought Pete Dunne had just retained. V-trigger, poison rana. Kenny Omega. I thought he was done for, but here he goes. Christ's wrath! Is there a chance for Omega? He'll pull the trigger! Dunne is in huge trouble! On the shoulders! 1 winged angel! We've got a new United States champion! Kenny Omega is champion! I thought that was it! Bitter end! I thought it was done for! But no! The shoulder was up in time for Omega! The V-trigger! The poison rana! And the one-winged angel! Crowd on their feet! Omega can barely stand, and now it'll set in. The reign of the Bruiserweight is no more. The two-time King of the Ring the best Bout Machine. He pleaded, he begged almost for this match. His patience wore thin. He needed to fight Pete Dunne more than anything else. He got that fight. He got that win. He got the United States title. Congratulations, Kenny Omega.